Hello my friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this amazing wild garlic focaccia. Wild garlic is a really strong flavour. Just holding this I can smell the garlic coming through, and the best thing is that it grows in woodlands and you can pick it for free. Make sure that you wash it thoroughly before you do use it though. I absolutely love wild garlic. So many memories as a kid, going out when it's spring, going to the woods for a walk and then just coming across the wild garlic. The smell is overwhelming. It's just delicious as well when you cook with it, and it's only for a certain time of the year, so make the most of it. The ingredients that you'll need is 500 grams of strong white bread flour. You'll need half a tablespoon of some caster sugar. You'll need 7 grams of dried yeast, that's just 1 sachet. You'll need some olive oil, you'll need some salt, and then a good handful of some wild garlic. So this is wild garlic, and you can tell because it's got a white bulb, and these will be the flowers and they will be white and beautiful. So this is just picked a bit prematurely. So you can eat the flowers, but I'm not going to for this recipe because they're not developed. So these are the leaves that you want to look out for. When you pick one of the leaves, you will be able to smell the garlic. It will be extremely strong, but these are the leaves that I'm going to be cooking with today. Let's get on to making the dough. So you want to add your yeast to 300 millilitres of lukewarm water. What is lukewarm water? It's just in the middle, so you don't want it really hot or you don't want it cold, otherwise it's not going to activate the yeast, and in some instances it can kill the yeast too. So you add that in and you mix it with a fork. You then want to add in half a tablespoon of caster sugar. The sugar will help activate the yeast, and then that is what will help your dough to rise. You want to preheat your oven to 220 degrees. If you need any conversions, make sure you let me know. And then what you want to do is you want to make a well in your flour. So that just means making a slight kind of hole in the middle of the flour. I'm just going to season a little bit of this with some salt. Very slowly you want to add your yeast mixture into the middle of the well, and you want to stir it. You can use a knife or a fork. I'm just using the same fork, so then it's less washing up. Continue adding your yeast into the flour. When it gets to this stage, you then want to try and knead it into a dough ball. You want to try and squeeze all of the extra flour into the dough. When it gets to this, you want to place onto your work surface, and using the palms of your hands, you want to start kneading the dough. You shouldn't knead any flour on the work surface. If you add too much flour to the work surface, it can dry out your dough. So you want to knead this until it is smooth. Once it is all smooth, do not over knead. Place a little bit of olive oil into your bowl. Get your dough ball and just go around the sides of the bowl. Leave your dough ball there, cover it with cling film and leave to prove for 20 minutes. So you want to leave this in a warm place. Ideally you could do it in the sunshine, or you could put it in the top part of the oven that's not turned on, but the heat from the oven will create a lovely warm place for it to prove. Whilst you're waiting for that to prove, you then want to add just a little bit of olive oil into a pestle and mortar. You want to tear up your wild garlic, and then you want to just kind of crush it down with the olive oil. If you don't have a pestle and mortar, what you could do is just finely chop this up and then just mix it with a little bit of olive oil. Once your dough has proved, you then want to place it onto a work surface. Now you shouldn't need any flour either on the work surface, and the oil will be slightly greasy in your hands, but that is fine. You just want to knock back all of that air that you've built up as it was proving. You can do this just by kneading it just for about a minute. You want to grease and line a tin, and then what you want to do is just try and shape your dough into the shape of the tin, so kind of like a rectangular shape. Place the dough into your greased tin, then you can shape it better to the size and shape of your tin. Then what you want to do is get your fingertips and you just want to place lots of little grooves into the dough. Sprinkle over the top with some sea salt. If you don't have any sea salt, then you can just use normal salt. This will just give lots of flavour. Then you want to place your mushed up wild garlic all over the top. So you want to massage this into the dough. Sprinkle with a little bit more salt, and then you want to place some more cling film over the tray, and you want to leave it to prove for a second time for again about 20 minutes, and it should have just risen slightly. Once it's proved for the second time, it should have doubled in size. Oh, look at that. Remove the cling film, and you want to bake it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. It has just come out of the oven, and you need to give it a little tap, and it should sound hollow. So it's time to cut into it. Look at that. So when you press into the center lightly, it should bounce back. You shouldn't leave a fingerprint. Then you know it is definitely done. So proof is always in the eating. This would go really well with just dipped in some olive oil. You can make a sandwich out of it. You could use some butter. It is light and fluffy. Not too strong with the garlic, but it just adds that extra bit of flavour. Absolutely love it. Make sure you catch me again for another recipe using wild garlic. I will see you in my next video.